Hey there friends, it's Paul and welcome to another video, and today we will be customizing my Haos Delta Dragonoid. Well, in reality we'll be re-customizing this Dragonoid. A while ago when I was starting to get into customizing, I decided to paint all the details around Drago with some golden paint I had around, and well, at first Drago looked really good, the details were all shiny and stuff, but afterwards the paint just started to wear off and things were not looking as good as before, so might as well paint Drago again and record the process, so let's do it. So for this custom, I'm going to be using my trusty and epic metallic yellow Gundam marker to recolor all the details around Dragonoid. I was going to use the golden Gundam marker I've got, but its tone wasn't that vibrant at all, to be honest. And as you know, I love everything to be vibrant, so for me the metallic yellow was the way to go, as I feel it's more of a vibrant goldish color. Okay, so we are going to begin this custom by painting the front side of Delta Drago's horn. I almost forgot, but for this custom I used my trusty super mega small brush I showed you all in my previous video where I talked about how I customized my Bakugan. If you haven't seen that video, I'll leave it in the description. So going back to the brush, I think this one was the ideal one for this task because some of the designs of this Drago were a bit difficult to paint or were found in some funky areas of the Bakugan that were difficult to reach. Here we continue with those top details on Drago's head right behind his horn. To be honest, using this metallic yellow was once again satisfying as it has been in some of my other projects because this paint always cooperates with me, attaches to the figure quite quickly, and it looks really great after only applying 1 or 2 coats of paint. And this mini brush was working like a charm because it really helped to get paint onto those little crevices on this area and the horn. Okay, here we went on to paint those super thin line details on the side of Drago's head. Here the super small brush once again stole the show because it made painting this area way less complicated. I remember when I first painted this Drago way back when, I tried using a medium-sized brush and oh god, it was a total disaster. The paint went all over the place. I had to clean it off like 5 times. It was just a bad experience. Thankfully with this mini brush I was able to complete it in one go, so that was really good. Here we painted those 2 little small line details at the back of Drago's neck, and I don't know if you'll be able to see it with the super fast forward I put on this part, but here I painted a little over the lines, and here just a little tip for all of you. When this happens, if you're really quick and only a teeny tiny amount of paint is involved, you know, instead of getting the piece of paper and alcohol to clean it off. Next we paint all the details around the outer section of Delta Drago's wings, and since this part will take a bit, it's story time. So for those who don't know, this evolution of Drago is one of my favorites ever. I was always in the constant lookout for this figure in toy stores but never managed to find him. And back in middle school, a friend of mine called JJ became a type of Bakugan dealer or something because he had all these rare Bakugan and was selling them to everyone. And he told me that he had a Delta Dragonoid available in Haos and that I could buy it off him. So I went back home and I told my parents about it, and then the day I was going to buy Drago, the principal found out about this buying and selling Bakugan scheme thingy and said that if any of us was found with them, we would get suspended. So I went all sneaky mode and met up with JJ after school at the auditorium and got the Drago. And just before doing this, I had gone to the snack bar to buy 2 slices of pizza. So this might seem irrelevant right now, but it won't in a second. So as I'm about to get Drago, to my luck, a professor was there and he saw us and he was about to roast us and send us to the principal when I offered him one of the slices as a peace offering, and it actually worked. So I got my Drago and was free from any trouble and still had 1 slice of pizza, so it was a good day. Next I went on to paint all the details on Drago's feet. Once again, the super small brush made things way easier here because on my first go at painting this Dragonoid, the paint went all over the place because I used a bigger brush, and once again I had to clean it off and attempt to paint the area like 3 times. Afterwards we painted those extra details on the bottom of Drago. Here there was no issue, so we can continue to the next part. Next we painted the side and inner details of Dragonoid's horns and head. Here I almost forgot to hit record, but thankfully remembered just in time. It's kinda weird, but sometimes I hit record on my phone and it either decides to stop filming all of a sudden or it just never starts recording. You gotta love those iPhone glitches because they really are helpful. To almost finish this custom, we went on to paint the inner details of Dragonoid's wings. And here, apologies if at times the camera is not in focus, but it was really difficult to get it to focus on the wing section due to the weird angles I had to hold Drago on to paint the details. So here I had painted all details with the metallic yellow and was about to say the classic "and this Delta Dragonoid custom is complete." But then I saw that the red details were not in the best shape, so I told myself, no, let's paint them, might as well do it right now. So now we will be using the red Gundam marker to paint all the red details of Drago's neck, mouth and claws. To be honest, this part was the most stressing for me, because as you might know by now, I'm not a fan of red Gundam markers or paint in general, because it's always a pain to use it, because it never dries quickly, always takes forever to stick to anything, yada yada yada. But thankfully this time around everything turned out fine. And this Delta Dragonoid custom is finally complete. And I'm liking the way that Drago is looking. The metallic yellow really does make this Dragonoid look like a unique Haos Bakugan. And what is really awesome is that under normal daylight, all the details are contrasting quite a lot with the light gray plastic of the figure. They look super vibrant, like way more vibrant compared to the details of, say, the Helix Drago I recently customized. So yeah, my friends, this has been the video. I hope you liked this tutorial, and if you did, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks again for watching the video, and yep, it's been Paul, and I'll see you in the next video.